Oh, with the gator tail for...
Dude, seriously. Yeah, it's made for you.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Acting's fun. All right. Time to do a little now. It's the Mike in the Mountain.
Yes, it is.
I'm Brian Gary.
Scott Cisco.
And let me just point out, first off, it's been a minute or two since we've gotten to see each other.
Sure
I've missed you, brothers. By the way, everybody looking good. James, you look great, man. I saw your scale numbers. You're obviously doing quite well.
It's the lack of sun. Being the basement dweller, man, it helps quite a bit.
But good stuff. And Scott, you look great, but I know that you are in absolute misery right now.
Yeah,
it's hard to eat and put on any weight when you can't move.
Yeah, no, it's...
What's going on, bro?
I got an ice pack going back there.
Yeah, no, you look like a real old critter getter right now.
Right, the old critter getter.
Let me tell you about the time.
Yeah, well, it's right here in the inside of my knee, and my lower back's pinching.
Tell me about the gout, too.
I'm sure it's COVID. I'm sure it's COVID. I'm sure it's COVID. Yeah, no, last Thursday and Friday, I had a couple of fevers, like 102, just out of the blue. No other symptoms. And then they just disappeared. And then over the weekend, man, my back pinched. I got this pinch in my back, and it's like, what is going on? I'm sure it's COVID, though. I'm sure it mutated. Once it got inside of me, it thought,
where's my bubble?
What the hell do we do in here?
Looking around, going, oh, no.
This has been electrocuted. There's plates everywhere.
Everybody's here.
Yeah, everybody's here.
Why is there so many blinking lights and colors? It's like a disco rave in here.
Is that a tapeworm? It is a tapeworm.
And a disco ball.
Yeah,
this guy's got everything in there.
Yeah. No, I'm stoved up. I don't know what in the world. I had to go back to eating a couple Dilaudid. I don't know if you've ever experienced Dilaudid. Yeah, Dilaudid. Yeah, so
and did that relax you?
It took the edge off, to tell you how bad.
And that's when that just takes the edge off, you're in some pain.
Yeah, no, and these are 4 milligrams, so they say that you could take up to 6 milligrams, but you don't want to exceed that because that's when you need to be under surveillance because you just forget to breathe. You're so mellow that you. So yeah, it just takes just the edge off of it, man. But yeah, something's pinching back there.
So I mean, it could hit. I mean, while we're doing this, because there's really no rhyme or reason for when it grabs you, is there?
No, and it wasn't from lifting anything. I've had this happen before, and I don't know, man. It just it is what it is, dude. So it'll fade off, and then I'll be back to my normal rambunctious self.
I kind of like this one. I like this because I feel a little more power. Safer? Oh no, I have more power right now. That's because usually you're physically intimidating, and you are, and when you get that mouth motoring.
I am nothing but hugs and rainbows. So listen to this though. I carry my bullet, mother's little helper.
How does that follow?
Well, no, listen, I'm telling you this how this is going to help you. So in my little bullet, I thought I had Dilaudid's in there, right? So the past couple of days,
you've been taking birth control pills.
Yes, I have. Yes, I have. I can no longer inseminate you. No way I go.
That's not how they work, Scott.
Oh.
And no, you can't.
No, I keep the blue pills put up. I keep those put up.
I didn't lead us here. Get us out.
Yes. Okay. So anyway, I thought I was carrying my Dilaudid's in there, so I would take one of those and I'd pop it. And I was like, man, these just are not working. But man, I feel pretty chill. But that's not taking away it's my lorazepam that's in my damn bullet, not the Dilaudid's. So I popped one of them a few minutes ago, and I said, Jackie, I bet these ain't Dilaudid.
All these are prescribed, by the way.
Yes, they are.
These are all prescribed.
Some are black market. Some are white market, but we don't want to get race all over the market. It's not a racist thing. So that's a big thing. A radio edit.
There was a doctor involved somehow, some way. That's all we got.
Yes, that's all that needs to be said. There was a doctor. And I'm a doctor too, so if you need help, call me. But anyway, yes. So I told Jackie, I said, well, I wonder if I could take a 4 milligram Dilaudid on top of a lorazepam. She goes, well, let me see. She starts scrolling through. She's like, it says here you could die. I said, oh, well, go get me one. She goes, yeah, I figured for you it was going to be.
Well, she already had it loaded.
Damn, y'all, man. Y'all know my wife better than me, man.
No, we know what it's like to be around you and what we would do in that situation.
And it's been a while, yes. Yeah. So, but it's all good. It's all good, man. It's all good. I just go to the candy shop upstairs in my little cupboard and I take one of those and 2 of those. Yeah. But I'm good. What about you? Dude, you come in amped, fired up, got the Orioles hat on. Share with us what's going down, man.
Okay, I was going to get you out of the way first.
I just did. I just did.
Yeah, I'm a little pumped up.
You're amped, dude.
I'm
You're
totally
giddy.
amped. I'm wearing my Orioles cap. My nephew, Jay Flaa, that's Flaa, Jay Flaa, has been called up to the big leagues. He's going to be playing for the Orioles tonight. There's a strong chance he could get in to pitch against the Yankees.
Wow.
Usually when they call you up that first day, you get in.
Yeah.
You get in and throw, and this is your opportunity. He's been waiting years for it. Dude has fought his way through, went to North Dakota State University and was just a stud in college baseball, but then got drafted to the Orioles. Has worked his way through the minor league system for the last 5 years or so. And we've all as a family been waiting for this day.
Yeah.
Thinking because he had gotten right up to the edge so many times and never quite got the call.
Sure.
And then when COVID hit, it wiped out minor league baseball.
Right.
And did all that, so the chances seemed more and more remote. Then he made the practice squad this year, the alternate squad, now gets called up. My dad, my brother, the whole damn state of North Dakota is absolutely lit for this to happen.
Dude, that is so cool, man. Jay, brother, man, everything I got in me is with the Jay Meister, man. Dude, pitch it up, baby.
It just shows. Dreams come true. And no matter how lofty they may be, every kid in the backyard who's held a baseball has dreamed of being in the big leagues, getting their name called, having their jersey, going to that locker with your name on it. And through hard work, never giving up in spite of everything, he's gotten there. So I can't wait for the game tonight.
No doubt.
I'm a little lit.
I'm all about that Sandlot movie, and that's where that dream really started. At one point, I was the same way too, playing some sports, thinking the big stadium, the audience. Sandlot to me nailed that on the head of what that vision kind of looks like, kind of thing. So,
was it Benny who ended up making it to and he gets to be him tonight.
That's so cool,
so awesome. I'm lit. So tailgate party starts at my house as soon as we're done here.
Right,
just so you know that's going down. Hey, speaking of a little sports fun at the house, I caved in. I have not bought a UFC fight in ages, but this weekend I bought the fight card.
Who's fighting?
Oh my God. This Usman taking on Masvidal. Plus there were two, there was a ladies championship. Rose Namajunas ended up winning. She's out of Colorado. She's a Denver gal. She ended up winning the strawweight title.
Strawweight?
Which I believe my fetus was
pounds?
A bantamweight.
Strawweight. What is strawweight? What's that weight got to be,
I think it's 112 or something like that.
Holy Hannah.
God, Mike Tyson can snap that by just looking at somebody like that kind of weight class.
That. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty darn sure. Oh, that was a strawweight.
Yeah. My little brother was born a strawweight.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He had 4 teeth, and he'd come out hungry, wanting a bowl of cereal.
That's
he walked to the kitchen and everything. Yeah.
So you telling me you didn't get the UFC fight for the Logan Paul fight there, Brian?
They showed him in the crowd, and the deafening boos
that
came over when they spotted him out.
I have hope for humanity now.
Right.
It blew up boo the minute his face was shown. But
good, man.
It was an incredible card of fights, but it was one of the most grotesque injuries I've ever seen in my life. in the Uriah Hall fight against Chris Weidman. 17 seconds in, Chris threw a kick, and it hit Uriah Hall in the leg, and you heard snap.
No way.
My head was turned at the time, and I heard what sounded like a pencil break in half.
Oh, man.
And looked over to see the replay, and they only showed it a couple times. And even Joe Rogan was just cringing when you saw it. Just
dude, to
absolutely
crack a femur?
It did nothing to the guy he kicked.
Really?
It did. It was him doing the kicking, and it hit him, and the momentum of that, and the way it hit, just in this freak way, snapped the bottom half of his
shin.
Leg. Boom.
The kicker.
Yes.
My
Wow.
gosh.
Whoa, okay, that's a different story.
That's
receiver.
totally different. You're thinking he kicked a guy, and the guy who got kicked got his leg
was the
broken.
kicker then?
The guy who kicked. So Uriah Hall ends up winning this fight. That there was no punch thrown in. You know, all he did was stood there, but he just felt so devastated. Everybody was just.
Oh yeah,
That's a career-ending move right there, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh,
yeah.
I don't see how you come back from this kind of leg injury.
Right.
Although it has happened before. Why can't I think of his name? Anderson Silva. Had the same thing happen where Silva had that situation. In fact, I think it was Chris Weidman who was the fight with him. It was either him or Uriah Hall. It was one of the two who was involved in that one too. And he did come back. Was never quite as good as he was. So, but Chris is up there in his career too.
Imagine mind games and the guy who did the kicking.
No doubt.
Or something like, or just a freak accident, you know, just.
Then that's it. It was
That's
just
gotta be mortifying. Man.
Oh, horrible! But what an incredible night of fights.
Yeah, no
they
kidding.
were.
No kidding.
And the whole night, not a single guy that I remember named Josh being on it. But did you hear? James brought this up to me too, and I had seen some footage of this.
Josh.
When you bring that up, Brian.
I believe it was called Joshfest.
Yes,
the Josh
legendary
Festival.
Josh Festival. Yes.
And anybody whose name was Josh was invited to attend this event from all over the country, weren't they?
Yes. It started last year during the COVID lockdowns, and a kid in Arizona college just decided for the giggles. He was just making a meme out of this, that he got tired of there's a bunch of Joshes in this world. So he texted a bunch of Joshes stating, this is the coordinates of next year, April 21st, 2021, we're going to finally determine the one and only Josh.
Seriously?
No way.
There were so many Joshes. So so he did it as a joke, but he threw it on the internet, the social media, and it gained steam so hard that the few days ago, all the Joshes came, and it was the biggest noodle fight in history.
Noodle fight.
Yeah, it was those pool noodles.
Are you kidding me?
Kid you not, man. And they were having rock, paper, scissors tournaments and stuff. And if you look at the videos, there's a lot of videos of it. And it's just a lot of people were surprised by how big the event was as well, too.
Right.
Because they thought it was just an internet joke. And the internet pulled through.
It was an internet joke. And it's amazing how a joke can turn into reality really fast. On the air.
Not really. Look at the news media nowadays.
I'm just going there. So did you hear about? I think it's called Doggy Coin.
Yeah, a Dogecoin. That's a whole different subject. But yes,
yes, it was based on pet currency.
So Dogecoin was actually just a joke coin, because you heard Bitcoin, all those crypto coins, and everyone's got one now. Dogecoin was literally created as an internet meme, just a joke. It was not meant to be anything. So when it was open, it started off like 0.0001 of a cent. So you can buy like 1 million of these coins for like $1.
Right.
A couple days
like
ago.
Like a peso.
Like a peso. And then a few days ago, it hit 4 cents a coin. So literally, if you would have bought that stuff many moons ago, you could be a millionaire by just dropping that $1 a whopping.
Are you kidding
because
me?
Imaginary things are taking over.
Right. Yes.
They are.
Well, yes.
It's an alternate. The time is right.
The time has come.
But the cool thing though about the imaginary stuff that's taken over here though, Brian, to bring it back to the whole Josh, they actually they raised unintentionally $8,000 for some kind of children's foundation during that whole fight process.
Well, I believe it was like a 7 or 8 year old kid who was the ultimate Josh.
Yep, had a Burger King hat and everything.
Yes, I saw the footage of him. Yeah, he got a Burger King crown.
No kidding.
Yeah, so don't underestimate the internet, as we've seen with Dogecoin, Josh, and Logan Paul's.
No, I don't. In no way do I underestimate the power of the internet. I shake my head at the power and stupidity of the internet.
Yeah,
man, I've said it before and will say it 1,000 times. If you want to improve your mental health, if you want to get yourself in a better place all the way around, turn off the damn phone and stay off of social media. Yeah. It is the most unhealthy thing in the world, which is so difficult to try to preach and get across to people when you have to use those platforms to get across to get to people.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, I need all these hits. I need to do a post on don't go to social media.
Right.
You know, how do you fight that through? But, you know, but I do feel it is the most evil thing for the brain that exists is getting trapped into spending your time on social media.
There is a sliver of hope in there, and it's that latest video that we got of Scott doing his raccoon in the attic video. If you guys haven't checked that out, man, it's up right now on our YouTube, Facebook, and all that fun jazz. That's a little slice of heaven of the internet that we can get from time to time.
Heaven? I mean, I love them and I want to pump our videos too. If you got to be online, check it out. But a little slice of heaven? Hell no. He's in an attic trying to trap a raccoon.
Well,
but he brings it to you Scott style, which is what makes it entertaining.
Yeah.
As long as it's Scott and not me, I am down to put him on YouTube as many times as possible for that.
I will pay to see you have to go up there too. I really would.
You ain't gonna get him up the ladder, man.
I want to see that.
Dude, it was so much fun, man. It is dark. There's no insulation. And this was a huge attic.
But you're looking around thinking, because I'm wondering, where's the raccoon?
I didn't know. That was the adrenaline of it, man, is which way is he going to hit me from, man? Is my matrix going to be engaged, you know, as he comes flying in like the goose? Yeah, man, I was ready, dude.
Nope, I can see that. Also, you turn around and back spasm.
There it goes. That's what happened now.
Time out, my back.
Yeah, he's wondering, I can't figure out what's wrong with my back as we hear the stories of going in this crawl space, you know, looking for this raccoon. Yeah. But you watch, and you're watching him up there, and any other human is going to be, their whole mind is going to be, where is this raccoon? I got to cover my butt, you know, and make sure I'm safe. All this where Scott is. All right, what's the camera angle? All right, I'm good. The guys are going to be pissed if I don't get some footage.
Yeah, right.
You know, I know you do.
Yeah. Well, I'm thinking of James and Brian and spiders.
That was the other thing.
Where the hell's the spiders at, man?
I think the raccoon could be gnawing at his leg. He wouldn't get two rips about it. As long as the spider's not there.
There's spiders in here, damn it.
I was just waiting for it to pan over a little bit and the raccoon just photobombing the thing. You know,
wouldn't that have been cool?
Yeah,
you see the eyes in the background shimmer.
Next time. He was. Now where'd he go? Dude, attics are fun, man. There's only one way in, one way out.
I don't know how or what. Well, I know why you go into the places you do. But so my dogs have been going absolutely insane again.
Rabbits.
Across the street from me, the neighbor's yard is an oasis for rabbits. They're all of these trees that are grounded. You know, everything is all the way to the ground. And if they would just cut a little space, you know, it would take away that cover that they are completely looking for. Can it be that simple?
It really can. We refer that out to people all the time that have rabbits. When I go out to the job site, to their backyard, if they've got the shrubs, that is my number one daylight. I call it daylight.
Daylighting, yes. Yeah.
Daylight them. Get those shrubs cut up a foot plus. If they're big trees, cut them up a little higher. Cut them, the big evergreens that lay out on the ground. Dude, that's an oasis. That is a Jurassic Park going on inside there. cut those bottom limbs. I know aesthetically they look good, but listen, coronavirus is just waiting under your tree.
As somebody who took that advice years ago, where I had heard of daylighting my evergreens in the backyard that were just all the way down to where it was scary that time of the year when you'd have to rake underneath them and go through those trees of what lurked, all the webs and everything. Right. Well, I daylighted them, but I went high.
Yeah.
I went too high. How far up should you go?
Again, it depends on the shrub. But, if you got like a 3-4 foot shrub, only, give it 8 inches, something like that, down on the bottom to where you're clearing. What you want to do is you want to be the rabbit, in a sense. Okay, that's what I always do. I put myself in the way of the animal. Am I going to be able to get in underneath something and predators can't see me or get to me? Whereas if I'm a rabbit and I look and this shrub has been daylighted to where it's up off the ground, that's not really a safety I'm looking for.
It's not the
predators
cover that
can
they're looking.
see me.
They know they're visible.
And they know they're visible, and they're open to predators. So, and what predators do we have? I mean, some people are lucky enough to have the urban coyote, the urban fox, and then people are going to be on there saying, well, we don't want them in there either. Well, you're in nature, man. You're in the natural world here. It is what it is. We've got to have that urban fox, the urban coyote, to help keep those numbers down. Because I don't know if you've ever tried to set a trap for a rabbit. They're in the salad bowl of life, man.
Oh, that's what I called it across the street when I told Kyla, because it's what you've always said. And I said, well, they're living in the salad bowl of life over there. Because she's going, oh, look, cute, it's Blackie. And I said, you have named them? Oh. I said, no. No,
wait a minute. Blackie is a black rabbit?
She was sure that it was somebody's pet.
Oh, no.
That somebody let go at some point.
Oh, no, that's even worse.
Keeps habitating all around the area.
That's even worse.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely. When people let the rabbits out, man, they will multiply like crazy.
No kidding.
They're even more laid back and not scared of you.
That's what this one, literally, you'll start walking towards it and it'll lay down almost.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's bad. That's bad.
Okay.
That's like somebody turning loose their pythons and anacondas, their pets in the Everglades, and now that's why we have the problem in the Everglades.
It's true. It's very true.
Yeah. But everybody's got to have the cool tarantulas and,
But back to my mistake on my pine trees.
Yes.
Okay, mine are like 15, 20. Foot. I mean, they're the monstrous ones. Yeah. But they completely down to the ground and covered. Yep. How high up should I have gone with those?
I cut those 3-4 feet.
Then I'm good then.
Yeah, I cut them 3-4 feet. Okay,
that's what I did.
Open them up.
Yeah.
Because it catches debris. The wind blows in corn husk, dust, all kinds of debris. And then you're creating an ecosystem inside there, man. You got your roly-polies, your death spiders, your death polies, your death bugs, the death...
There's a lot of death in there.
Centipedes,
death centipede.
The bugs, the death. It's all in there waiting to kill you, man.
Well, not to mention you also create the buffet for the raccoons, the skunks, the rabbits,
and then the snakes and the mice come in to feed on the death bugs, and then the snakes come in and they're feeding on the mice, and more death bugs are multiplying, and there's death larvae. Bugs. I don't like bugs, man. Don't call me on a bug problem.
I took you there. You just pictured flipping up that piece of wood that's sitting in the dirt and seeing all the things that crawl around underneath there.
Death police.
That is surviving right there. If you're on a survival show, you flip up a log and see all that. That's a couple of meals.
See, that's where I'm not going to work out well.
Okay.
And naked and afraid, okay? You're going to see my naked ass running with any kind of bug on whatever island they put me on, because they're all death bugs.
He's going to be taking some notes from Scott of how he just disappeared. Lifted up the log.
Yeah. Well, Scott was on the show. We're not sure. We're going to have to come back to you once we figure out where he's at.
We sprayed for him.
His tracker says he's running 60 miles an hour.
You know that there's so many countries where those bugs are an absolute delicacy. And would you ever... No. eat like fried insects or do something like
fried
that?
crickets or the fried tarantulas or the candy caramel.
Would
you do that?
Yeah, we used to carry at our store. We carried the seasoned crickets. The cheddar crickets.
Oh, the bacon ones too as well. I remember that.
They're not bad. They're pretty good. Good
so
protein.
you would do that?
I'd eat them, yeah.
As long as
I'll eat them.
As long as death is dead.
You're right. You kill the death bug and then
Now, do you prefer your bugs or crickets baked or broiled?
It's funny you should ask.
I know where
When
this is going.
placing them on the pan and on the correct level, you want to make sure the heat is dispersed correctly. Otherwise, you could have half a burnt nightcrawler and then the other half still twitching.
Yes. Then let me explain why that's such a detailed information that a noob like me didn't realize.
I want to hear about this.
I've seen the picture. Yeah, beautiful.
Yeah. Well, as a person who's never owned a gas oven before, I learned quite a bit about bake versus broil.
Oh, yeah. It's real.
Well, yeah, no, there's difference.
It's real.
Well, I think we all knew that, James.
It's not common knowledge in my
This is
books,
news
man.
to him, but...
I'm an electrical stove kind of guy. As an IT, it's got to have electrical signals going through it. Gas stove, man. Though they both work the same, though. And this is what kind of just blew my mind.
Yeah.
So when I cook bacon, I usually take the top rack and put it to the highest rack level as possible. Because I'm thinking the coils on top of that stove shines down on top of that bacon to cook it and give it a nice crisp. So I've done that for so long, 400 degrees, 20 minutes, flip them once, get the crisp. So we're at my friend's house who has a gas oven stove. I'm like, cool, I'll just do the same thing. I'm figuring that shouldn't be a big deal. Take the rack, put it on top, and I put it on bake. She informs me, well, if you do it on bake, the heat only comes from the bottom.
Right.
And I'm like, bull. No, bull. I've been cooking bacon for generations.
Oh, no.
There is no way that heat just comes from the bottom. She's like, it does. That's what baking is.
I love it, man. J May got put this place on an oven.
Right. No, yeah, again, because I've done this so long with my own oven that's electrical.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, no. Baking, the whole oven's on fire. There's no way the bottom's just on fire. She's like, no. And most ovens, including electricals, broil means the whole oven, including the top, gets lit. And baking, it's just the bottom gets lit. Again, I never knew that. I've always, my whole life, throw it on bake, throw whatever I want, and it magically cooks itself.
Right.
Well, we throw this on broil just to prove a point. There's only two options on this. Low or high.
Oh, yeah?
Yep.
I threw it on high.
I bet you did.
Yep. And I'm thinking, all right, if it is what she said.
And it's still on the top rack.
Still on the top rack.
And we're still using bacon.
Still
greasing
using bacon. Yes. So we threw that bad boy right there in the top rack.
Did she have a fire extinguisher in the house?
Oh, no, she does now. She does now, man.
Holy
it's getting even more brilliant. So we threw it on the top rack. And for me, I'm like, I got to check the bacon in 15 minutes. Because that's how I usually cook my bacon.
Jeez.
Again, naiveness. Bear with me.
Jeez.
And as we're letting the bacon cook, we're cooking some steaks on the grill with some corn husks and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
Getting ready for a good meal here. I come back in from the outside. She comes in, hey, James, check your bacon. I think part of your corners are already cooked, if not burnt already. I'm like, please. I go over there, open the oven, tilt my head, and I'm saying, dude, that's still raw. What the hell are you talking about? She's like, well, it looks burnt to me. No, you're just overreacting. Don't worry about it. Close it. And I go back out to flip the burgers and steaks.
Yep.
Come back in. She's like, you probably need to check that oven, James. It's smelling a little burnt. I'm like, okay. What do you mean? It's like, there's smoke coming out of that oven. I go in there, open it, pull the rack. Sure as shit, half my bacon's burnt to a crisp, and the other half is still raw. Resuscitate the whole thing.
Oh, yeah.
So as I look, I'm like, what the hell? She's like, I told you, broil versus bake. Look in the oven. I look in there, a big flame on the top of this stove was just crescenting my bacon from above. So I learned a very hard lesson between bake and broil over the weekend, and I lost a bunch of bacon in the process.
You mean you didn't eat that bacon?
Oh, I did.
I
definitely
I
done
did
the
some
half of
charcoal
them.
ends because I enjoy charcoal flavor.
yeah.
I got no
on my
problem.
veggies and stuff like that. Like, it still worked just fine. And I loved it. And
Carcinogens.
my friend, though, she enjoys crunchy, but she's like, that's a little too crunchy for my taste. So
No, in the picture it did. It didn't even look like there was a really good crunchy anywhere. It just went straight black to straight raw.
No, exactly. It messed up my mind, dude. It just completely screwed up. And I didn't realize there's a difference between bake and broil.
No, buddy.
But it brings on a question here, though. Are you guys a gas stove or an electrical stove?
Let me just say, it brings up a hell of a lot more questions than that, James.
I'm trying to deflect here, Brian, okay? I burnt bacon. I'm not proud of it. I'm going to deflect with a generic question, gas or electrical.
I know that most people who have ever had a gas stove swear by gas stoves and will always use a gas stove. I don't have experience with a gas stove. I've had electric, so that's what I know and would use. So that's what I have experience in. I would probably, if I could pick between the two, I think I would probably like to have a gas stove. There's just something about that.
Well, it's cheaper too, from what I understand, because you're using gas versus electricity.
Natural
and stuff.
gas, yeah.
But I bring this up because my brother, it screwed him up because he's always been a gas stove. He moved into an apartment complex, no gas stove. For 3 days in a row, he has burnt every single grilled cheese sandwich he's made because he can't figure out the electrical stove portion.
But let me just say, the culinary excellence that runs in the family, if your brother can't figure out a grilled cheese and you're half cooking bacon, figuring out what broil and bake are, how the hell did you survive till now?
It continues on from there, too. I'm throwing the whole family members out here. The second brother ended up screwing up 4 sandwiches of grilled cheese as well, too. So did you guys see my post about the grilled cheese sandwich and chips that I had the other day?
Yeah.
Well, my brother Sam, shout out to you, bro, is he saw that picture and he liked it. I'm like, why the hell is he liking it? I had pictures out of all the things I threw out. Called him up. He says, well, I haven't had a grilled cheese sandwich in like 7 years, and that looked really appetizing. I'm like, oh, cool. And my sister popped off on the other end of the line saying, he burned 4 pieces trying to remake this grilled cheese sandwich. I'm like, you burned 4 sandwiches? She's like, yeah, it's been a long time since I've made a grilled cheese sandwich.
You know, I didn't expect when you put up a picture of a grilled cheese and say this is good that you need to include the recipe.
Apparently I do. I might have to make a YouTube video on this, Brian. Yeah, check it every few, look underneath, make sure it's not burnt. But no, it blew my mind because I'm thinking, how do you F up a grilled cheese sandwich?
Yeah. What, did he broil it?
I guess so.
You know you bake those
on the top rack.
On the top rack in a gas stove.
Let me give you a little electric range tip for making the perfect frozen pizza.
Yeah.
Oh.
You know, when you get one of the, you bake it, but then if it says bake for 15 minutes, bake it for 13, and then turn broil on and finish the last 2 minutes with the broil. And it gets that middle cheese nice and brown like the outside.
Let's specify
2 minutes.
Right.
On the broil. I just wanted to emphasize that.
Thank you, Scott. No, that's a strong
I just
point.
wanted to.
I learned the fun way. Believe me, it is itched in my head. I officially know bake and broil, but in this society of ours, dude, I have never seen a meal that's used broil, so I've never known to broil it at all.
So I think the only thing I've ever used it for was cutting the Texas toast loaf in half. With garlic butter and Parmesan for spaghetti.
We did that, for
spaghetti.
Toasted
Cinnamon,
French bread.
Yeah.
Well, my naiveness, dude, again, I'm thinking the top rack on bake, that coil does something. Turns out that coil doesn't do diddly shit. It just, the heat reflects off the bottom of the heat.
People use, there's a broiler pan that comes with a lot of ovens that people will use that to broil steaks or pork chops or things like that. And
broil pan? I've cleaned the oven numerous times. I've never heard this broil pan.
Have we went this in depth on an oven?
Well, look,
I burned bacon, dude.
He can rebuild a computer with his eyes closed.
He made my computer, but he couldn't cook a grilled cheese.
We all got our weaknesses. We all got our limits, man. It happens. But
no doubt.
Man,
I understand completely.
I didn't purposely want to burn the bacon, guys.
Yeah, that's true.
It was a hard lesson to learn. And rest in peace, bacon.
Rest in peace.
Can we have a moment of silence for the
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
There
Thank
we
you.
go.
Thank you.
All right.
Appreciate it.
So my bug killer was by this morning.
Your bug killer was
EnviroPest.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm going to give a plug out to EnviroPest.
Oh, this is a legitimate thing.
No.
Okay. Oh,
no,
wow.
that's
I
the
thought
reason
this
why
was...
the shit you see down in the corners are not moving. They're dead because of them.
There are some corpses here.
Yeah, there are. Right where they belong.
That's right.
In the corner, dead.
What is EnviroPest, a pest control company?
EnviroPest is a local Windsor pest control company. They service the whole Front Range. They are the go-to for the bugs, man.
You always,
what,
out on jobs, you're always referring them.
They are always up with the latest and greatest of technology and sprays. They know what to use if you've got pets, what not to use. I mean, they are thorough. They take care of the problem. They know that the critter getter has a problem with bugs. And so they take care of me, man. They're here 3 times a week. And no, they're not here that much. But yeah, they come.
You need to get like
down.
a house lizard.
Yeah.
Well,
Take care of the bug problem.
I had one. He just got too big.
There was a lot to eat here, wasn't there?
Yeah, he graduated from bugs to neighbors.
that alligator only fed like once a year too. So
Yes, he did.
because
Yes,
I mean,
he did.
From your expertise though, Scott, is how often should somebody get their house checked for bugs and stuff like that, just to help with the
Call them.
That's I recommend. Listen, how many snake calls have we had with snakes in the house? And we've talked about
my goodness.
this. Mice are
recurring
incontinent.
customers too.
Yeah, recurring customers. Listen, for bugs and rodents, EnviroPest. I highly recommend EnviroPest. They come out and spray for bugs. They spray for the rodents. Listen, if you don't have bugs or rodents, you're taking away a link in the circle of life, and you're not going to be pulling in such things as snakes or other predators around in the area to come into your house. Take care of your bugs and your mice, man. I mean, I'm not a big poison fanatic. I don't like using poisons. If we do a mouse job or vole job, I get out there with the old-fashioned Victor snap traps and take care of business. I'm not a big fan of poison. I don't like it.
We used to sit in the backyard with those Victor snap traps.
Right.
Me and my dad, when I first moved to Colorado, we first moved here, we would sit on the back deck, and I had a dog run back then.
Yeah.
And in the dog run, my wife had pet rabbits. She had things, and we used that dog run for that.
Yeah.
Well, everything had died out, but the dog run was still there with some old straw and hay was in it.
Oh, yeah.
All right, which turned into an absolute, you could look out there and see it moving with the mice. So me and my dad got a bottle of Crown Royal.
Yeah.
And like 24 of them Victor traps. And we set them all out in the dog run, and we sat on the deck, and you just sit there, take a hit. And you'd hear that thing snap, and then cheers. I don't know how many we got rid of them, but they were just, you could see them just popping left and right,
dude,
man.
That sounds like so much fun, dude.
Great redneck fun.
Dude, we used to have fainting goats.
Oh,
and we'd go out there with lawn
that.
chairs and a cooler of beer. Yeah. When you drank your beer, you'd crush your can and they'd all fall over. I mean, dude, it was a hoot, man. Sure. It was a hoot. And you'd have to hurry up and drink another beer so you could do it again. And you're laughing so hard and you're just getting soused drinking the beer, and you take the can and you just crush it in your hands, man, and then all the goats would fall over.
And it gets funnier every beer.
Beer, man. You're on the ground, dude. Fainting goats are the most entertaining thing you've ever owned in your life, man.
Is it bad for them to make them faint?
No, it's a natural reaction. People actually buy them
here.
to put them in. Yeah, people buy them to put them in with their sheep and stuff like that, because as predators come up, the goat will see the coyote faint, and the coyote laughs at the goat and leaves the sheep alone because the goat's worth less than the sheep.
Is this where scapegoats come from? They literally use the scapegoat for that?
Yeah, it could be
I think it's ringing some bells, is that's a defense mechanism of playing dead like the possum does, but the goat don't realize the coyote don't care.
No. The coyote's like, yes, I don't have to fight this one. Yeah, no, that sounds kind of horrible.
There's a T-shirt waiting, but coyote don't care.
Coyote don't care.
Coyote don't care.
There will be a T-shirt here.
I almost says critter get or don't care.
No, we know that. We know that. We do. One more thing I want to hit, wildlife-wise. There are a few things that turn me on more than really well-shot, fantastic documentaries on wildlife. Right now, Netflix just popped a brand new one, David Attenborough. Yeah. Who every time I watch one of his voice, I can't help but think, I swear to God, he was the narrator on Winnie the Pooh.
Oh, yeah.
You know, it is totally that voice completely. Yep. But there's something about it. See, now here's the thing. I think David's like 83 years old.
90.
He's 90?
No, he's up there in the ages. He's the Betty White age right now.
Okay, because I thought I saw something like in the 80s, but...
No, I bring this up because they're concerned that they have a bunch of project works that they want his voice for, that they're trying to hammer out because he knows he's on
Wait till they hear my voice. I come in.
Wow. I want the job.
I can do this.
I think
I know more about the
be
animals.
perfect. I had 30 years in broadcasting.
Like this, talking about the animals.
Nope, it's me. That is my voice right there.
You don't know the difference between bacon and broil.
Yeah, and your argument,
That's true.
Your argument is trackpad versus mouse too, so we can play this game all day, bro.
Like I said, call me.
All right, but when David passes, and I hope it's a long time from now, because I love his work. But when he goes, I'm there. I will take that gig in a second.
Take that. Knowing wildlife like I know, doing what I've done with wildlife.
You can tell me what to say, but here's why you can't have his job. All right, the new series on Netflix is called Life in Color. And it's a 3-part series about the incredible colors.
So you can tell me what color it is.
Yes, I can. Exactly. Because I'm watching this and I'm going, the colors are incredible. Scott will never see this. He has no clue how wonderful this is.
Well, see, that's what irritates me, man. You think your little colorful world is so much better than my black and white. How dare you be so judgmental?
Oh, no, I've been jealous of your 50 Shades of Grey.
Yes. As you should be. You are to see it from my perspective.
50 Shades Dark.
No, back to David Attenborough.
Yes, I am the man for the job.
Life in Color, 3-part series on Netflix just came out. I just started watching the first episode and look forward to seeing the rest of it. Also, if you have Apple TV, he has a brand new special called The Year the Earth Changed. And it's all about what a difference COVID made and what it did to us as humans and our lifestyle.
Doing that?
He is doing that one as well.
That
and
is
it's showing
so
what
fitting.
nature, what the earth has done and how it changed in 1 year of us living the way we did.
That is so fitting. Hopefully he taps into the two-legged wildlife and tells everybody about how crazy it is.
I don't.
Out of control.
You're taking care of that.
I will totally take care of that, man. I can totally tap into every single species of entitled, over-emotional, two-legged wildlife problem we have, man.
You know, and nothing gets viewers to tune in more than insulting them. You know, that's what.
Not them.
Yeah, but actually, it does work.
Yeah,
you know,
absolutely.
I think if you say, "Do not watch this,"
look at Jake Paul.
Jake and Logan Paul. That is I can tell you right now, though, there is not a David Attenborough video or film he has done I have not turned away and not enjoyed.
I agree.
Every single one. Blue Planet, Dynasty, Our Planet, Seven Worlds, man. Every single one between the cinematography and his voice and the way it's narrated,
incredible.
dude. It's pristine. And don't get me wrong, people. I know some scenes can be set up, blah, blah, blah. But come on, enjoy what you got going on.
No
right
doubt,
now,
man.
It's beautiful. I mean, it's what got us into what we're doing right now with the cinematography and stuff like
Absolutely.
that.
Absolutely.
Stuff like that.
I just find it stunning.
Yeah.
And the colors of this one.
Colors are phenomenal.
Did you watch it, James?
Not yet. No, I've seen the trailers for it though, and it looks great.
Oh man, they show the mandrill, which is like the most powerful of the chimps or the monkey species, if you will. And they're the ones that have their nose is a vibrant red, and they get these colors that fill in the white. Looks like they're in a kabuki show, you know, some kind of, you know, they could be in Kiss, you know, and their rear ends get just as colorful. And it talks about why this is, but they show them as a youth, there's no color. I mean, there's nothing, and then they start to grow in, and the color starts to come in, and it's just so cool. Absolutely fascinating. And it made me really appreciate what we do and what we're into. As I watched that, I couldn't help but think, you know what? Cisco MWE is right on, and this is exactly where we need to be and what we need to be doing. Where we want
to take people, man. You know, so they don't have to leave their couch or their chair.
You can stay
They're going to
there.
go with us.
Yeah.
They're going to go with us.
Absolutely. And we want you to check that out, CiscoMWE.com. But, you know, that's our aspiration. We want to be the ones who are doing this type of thing and discovering the beauty that's out there. And it's just so cool that there's shows like this that take us where we would never be able to go.
Right.
You know, these places.
Well, and people watching know they're a whole lot safer watching from their couch than being with me.
Oh, dude.
As you know.
Yes, I know. But there ain't no better seat in the house, right?
Yeah, that ain't no lie, man.
I know that.
That's VIP right there, baby.
Speaking of which, this Saturday, Scott's got a UFC fight with the raccoon in the smallest attic space he's dealt with this year.
That's right.
Will he survive? Stay tuned.
Who will get the championship belt, man?
Hey, remember,
dude, you were made to do those. Seriously, we got to do Dark Side of the Ring. It's a series that's all about the dark side of wrestling and all the murders and the things that have happened from the. I mean, and I used to love watching wrestling as a kid. I was big into it, and I'm watching this, and I'm going, good God, they are all Scott. They are everyone. Good God, that's what I work with.
Oh, yes, it is.
Yeah, absolutely.
Man, how lucky are you?
Well, good luck next year in WrestleMania, man. I think you're going to get it this
I don't know, man. My back.
You got some time to heal.
I got some time to heal.
He's got a chance. Undertaker's no longer part of the roster anymore, so he's got a shot this time.
Well, that's good, because I don't know if I
you can
take
replace him. I'll take care of Attenborough. All right, Attenborough, you're mine, baby. You're going down, Pooh Voice. All right. Until next time. Go Orioles. Go Jay. Congratulations on making the majors.
No doubt, man.
And be sure to check out CiscoMWE.com. We have that latest Scott's Attic Raccoons. And you need to check that out. We would love for you. Lots of people have been seeing that. And we will continue to keep populating that with more great videos. But go to CiscoMWE.com. Check out our website, themikeandthemountain.com as well. We've always got stuff up there as well. And when you're looking for past podcasts or maybe you'd like to hear something again, you can find them all right there as well. Until next time, I'm Brian Gary.
Scott Cisco.
We'll talk to you soon. Thanks for checking us out.
Love it, man. Love it.
I'm getting broil.
Attenborough's mine.
How cool would that be, though?
Oh,
seriously.
That's
cool.
I felt terrible because that's the first thing I thought when I saw him was, he can't do this much longer.
Right.
You know, there's
and
a
you're
job
thinking
opening.
He needs to hurry up because I'm not getting any younger.
No, just like Betty White is going to outlive us all to the very
Betty
end of time.
It's very true.
Oh, my
Attenborough will do the video narration of the film of your funeral.
Right. Yeah.